Yeah.
Whoa, whoa, you got the best of my love. Whoa, whoa, you got the best of my love. Woo, that's high. Welcome
I
to
don't know any of the
Respectfully
other words to that
Podcast.
song.
Yeah, all I know is da-da-da, dun, da-da-da.
I was worried we were going to keep going, and I was like, all I know is best of my love.
Oh, Mike's coming in with the bass. Welcome to Respectfully Podcast. I'm Andrea Allen.
I'm Lizzie Cassidy, and joining us today, incredible stand-up comedian, friend in real life, Kendall Farrell, everybody.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, thanks
my
for being
God.
here.
Thank you for letting me bring clothes from home.
Oh,
You're
right.
welcome.
Yeah, you own the leather hat.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming dressed like that.
I wear it all the time.
Yeah.
I would absolutely support a transition into you wearing a full leather hat all the
Yeah,
time.
and sunglasses like that on stage.
Yeah, you have the hair, you have the style.
The
what
grace.
do you mean? That's already my thing.
Right.
grace.
That's who I am.
That was a bit.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
just a bit. Kendall's.
Whoa.
Got the best of my love. We're all together today.
We've come together today.
In this conference. Today is election day, and we're gonna release this later. So who knows? But
Hey, something happened.
ooh, happy to be with these two fucking queens and stars.
What if when this comes out, we're
Salute.
dead?
Are you
Wouldn't
guys
that be
withholding
crazy?
release in case I say something crazy?
Yes.
You're like,
That-
we don't trust Kendall, and this one's going to have to be
I just
edited
realized-
heavily.
I just realized that could happen one day. You could posthumously release
Yeah.
a podcast of me.
Dude, and do a lot of clips and
Yeah.
be like, if you don't share this of my dead friend,
Van Gogh style.
I would
Yeah.
die if at your funeral it's just clips of you wearing like that.
Everyone has to watch an hour-long podcast of me.
subscribe to our
That's what
YouTube.
she would have wanted.
It's what she would have wanted.
As I fall apart in the seams, I just make people subscribe to our YouTube.
It's what she would have
and
wanted.
you're just in your coffin like, I'm so glad I'm dead for this.
Oh my
Diva.
God. All weekend at Bernie's you.
Yeah.
And
I'll be full diva.
yeah, I'll put the vape in your mouth.
Thank you.
And I'll do the fan for her.
Yeah.
Yeah. And here we go. Wait, can we please?
Oh, yeah.
Big
Yeah.
big
We have-
reveal.
Yeah.
It's a fan off.
It's a
Yeah.
fan off.
Well,
Honestly-
there's
I'm
a
the
clear
judge
winner.
in the center.
You guys, it's not the size of the fan, it's how you use the
Yeah.
fan.
But
But for the record,
Oh my God.
no.
Could she be more of a star?
I
I know.
mean,
I can't even look directly at you right now, Kendall.
I
I know.
know.
By the way,
let it be known that I have a larger fan and a larger
And you
penis
use it
than
better.
Lizzie.
yeah. There, by
You
the
don't know
way,
what I
Kendall
got.
was. That's true. I would be the micro in this group, unfortunately.
I could have a big swinging hog under here.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
honestly.
I would not be entirely.
I could be
shocked by that.
tucked.
By the way, Kendall was at my wedding and he showed up early, which is all the comedians showed up hours late, of course. Kendall's the only respectful and responsible person. But he showed up and my husband's relatives are like, they look conservative. They actually are like liberal and cool people. But watching them observe this beautiful man come in with a full head of
Just a
curls,
gay in a
just a
linen
beautiful
shirt.
gay god. I was just like, my worlds are colliding right now, and I couldn't be happier.
I love watching dem lib women who don't usually see gay men see one. They're like,
yeah, you were a celebrity to them.
Oh my God.
they're like, I
yeah.
voted for your people.
Yes,
People.
you're like the Sex and the City
Oh
person.
my God. I grew
Yeah.
up in a small town, and honestly, being gay in a small town is like a form of fame.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
For sure.
Celebrity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Were
just
you-
feels like people
was it
just like
fun?
know things about you.
Yeah.
You know?
and you get to see who's on Grinder.
Oh my God. I wasn't on Grindr when I was in my small town because I was like, okay, if you're gay in a small town and you don't leave,
Yeah.
you are at risk of fucking your music school teacher.
Yes,
So true.
high risk.
That
Yeah.
couldn't be more true.
You are at risk of fucking your high school music teacher.
Oh.
Basically.
It's a high risk situation. You're like
Yeah.
youths at risk and gay men at risk for fucking their musical theater teachers.
Oh my God. My musical theater
no.
teacher was such a pig fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout
No,
out. I'm not going to
there's-
say his name, but it's a funny one.
Thank God
Can
I
we
never
bleep
came
it?
to that.
Sure. Yeah. Say
His
it.
legal name is.
No.
What a penis.
You can have a short for penis as one of your names, but not both.
Not both.
No, what is wrong
Not
with his
both.
parents?
That's
No, absolutely
Unacceptable.
not. Oh yeah, well
Unacceptable.
you're from a small town. Are the politics? But you're from like kind of hippie town. Are the politics conservative there, or is it a mix?
It's like I'm from like a farm town, like a dairy farming
Wow.
town specifically.
I can imagine
So-
you in a
Interesting.
flowy shirt.
Yeah.
You really are a mystery.
I did a lot of hiking. I spent most of my childhood fully outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like my parents would just like be like, go.
I miss when kids smelled like grass.
Yes,
Oh,
dude.
Remember how kids used
Yeah.
to smell like grass?
Now they smell like leather.
And then there was like one
books.
kid that was like way too tan
Yeah.
because their parents didn't like let them inside.
I
And they had
remem-
older brothers and they would come up to you and be like, yo, weird. Remember that kid?
Yes.
I missed that kid. He was blonde and too tan and he smelled like grass.
Gonna be honest,
And he was
was
like,
that kid.
he was like, you're gay.
Oh, you gay?
His like older brother called something gay.
I
So
know.
he was like, you're gay.
It's like that speech impediment that kids have.
Yeah.
Like, are you gay?
Are you gay? Are you a boy or a girl? I love that
Do
kid.
you have games on your phone?
Dude, I was the kid. I was obsessed with cats, so I would act like I was a cat, and I was at my family friend's barn, being like, "I'm Bobcat."
Oh, no.
And then my friend's sister saw that me and
You were
and
just
my
walking
friend,
around with your butthole out?
yes, just presenting.
Yeah.
And
Like a
my
baboon in
oh
heat.
my god, my friend's sister saw that I was becoming friends with her like younger sister, and she was like, "Oh my god, my younger sister's friends with the Bobcat weirdo." She's like, first day
Yeah.
of kindergarten, that fucking weirdo sniffs her out, and now she's in my life, being like, "I'm a Bobcat."
I was a horse
That's so
girl
funny because
famously.
bobcats don't even have tails.
Nope,
Yep.
Like
they
they kind
all
of famously
butthole.
don't have tails.
I was
not in my world.
I was famously a horse girl.
Yeah.
And I like worked with horses my whole life. So I was like the girl who smelled like barn.
Yeah,
Oh
Tough.
no,
Yeah.
Lizzie.
I was like the girl with like wood shaving in her hair and like
yeah, me too.
I tried to shower before school so I wouldn't smell like barn, but like it's in the clothes.
Yeah,
it's
it
in
is.
everything. My mom used to
Yeah.
make me take my clothes off in the garage when I got home and put them in the because the washer dryer was like next to the garage.
yeah.
So I'd have to like take my clothes
Aw.
off in the garage and put my clothes in the dryer and like run upstairs in a towel.
I can just imagine your mom hosing you down. I've never met your mom.
My mom would power wash me every
Yes.
afternoon.
I have like a mythos in my head about your mom because
Yeah.
she's such a business forward woman.
Yeah.
And I just imagine her like, even
And
though
she-
she doesn't smoke a cigarette, like
Yeah.
smoking a cigarette and just hosing you down with the other hand.
Yeah, and I don't think she wanted a girl who smelled like dirt and horse, but she sure did get one.
Hey, God gives you lots of surprises.
God, just walking around smelling like a damn horse.
Yeah.
So you didn't grow up in a small town though, right?
No, I
You
grew
were
up
like suburbs of Toronto,
Vancouver.
Vancouver.
Watch
Oh,
yourself.
Gotcha,
Rival cities.
Gotcha.
I was like Vancouver's like kind of granola-y, but I
Yeah.
was rich, so I was just like in a little tartan skirt, just having an attitude.
Yeah.
Sup,
Diva.
hoes, diva. But I was weird as shit.
Yeah.
So I would like run around with no underpants on and like hang upside down in the monkey bars and show
Ew.
everyone my pussy. And honestly, things haven't really changed that
By
much.
weird as shit, you mean a pervert?
Yeah, I was a weird little pervert. I famously
There also is always a kid that's a pervert, and you're like,
Okay, wait.
I know,
The
and I hate
underwear
to
thing,
say.
I was also bullied for refusing to wear underwear.
Yes.
because,
why don't you guys want to wear
because okay, I used to wear these like polyester sweatpants. And I just really liked the way that they felt on my
Okay.
genitals.
I get that. I get that. I can get behind that.
I wanted attention and love,
Yeah.
and I was a product of the environment. And I said, "Let's pop that pussy on the
Yeah.
playground." Did I have 2 boyfriends in kindergarten, and then famously not one till college? Yes. And when was my pussy out the most? When I was a child.
I had a boyfriend
So-
in kindergarten. I got in trouble for kissing on the playground.
Whoa.
And it was this boy, and my whole
my
life, my
God.
parents would say his name. Like, I don't want to say his name, but like, let's say his name was Brad Pitt.
Mm-hmm.
My whole life, my parents would be like, Brad Pitt. Because we like lived in a small town, so he'd be like around.
Yeah.
Even though we didn't go to the same school.
How old were
So
you?
I was in pre-K. I was like 3.
No.
Yeah, yeah.
My whole life, my parents would be like, I wonder if Brad Pitt's going to be there.
Oh my
and
God.
Brad Pitt had a twin brother. And what my parents didn't know is in high school, I hooked up with his twin brother.
Let's go.
So they were always like, what about Brad? And I was like, it's actually Ryan Gosling you have to be worried about.
Oh my God.
and I'm not.
I hooked up with his twin brother and then he threw up on me.
Oh
he
my
threw up on you.
Yeah, we were both hammered.
I know this story.
We
I
were both
feel like
hammered and I was sucking him off, and he threw up on me.
Wait, why did you whisper that? Like,
Because anyone from my hometown is gonna know who this is. So I got nervous. There's one set of twins.
not only did you whisper it, you slipped into like a Boston accent
Yeah, it was
there
beautiful.
I
for
have
a
a Long
moment.
Island accent that
was
I'm constantly fighting against.
I was sucking him off.
I was sucking him off, and he threw up, and there was like.
I got some coffee and I was
Yeah.
sucking him off and having a hot dog.
I was having a hot dog and sucking him off, and we were in this like rich lady's apartment.
I love this.
And he threw up all over the silk wallpaper, and everybody was like, "What are we gonna do?" And I pretended to be asleep because I had done enough.
Yeah, you sucked him off.
I
What are you gonna
sucked
have a
him
clean afterwards?
Anyway, if you're from my hometown,
I have a cleaning
sorry,
lady.
sorry. And then he
Dude.
tried to fuck me. He tried like for years. He tried to fuck me after that, and I was like, "No,
I
dog.
saw you cry like a
We're
vomit like
not
a
doing
baby.
this." And then now he's. I don't want to say
when
all
you
that,
threw
whatever.
up all over the wallpaper, that was the end of our
Yeah.
romantic involvement.
And now he's friends with my brother. So when I went up to speak at my dad's funeral, I made eye contact with him, and I was like, "Oh no."
You seen you at the two worst moments of your life.
Well, that was the worst moment of his life. I did everything right.
yeah, you
I
sucked
did
him
everything I was
off.
supposed. I sucked them off.
Good
so
for
I sucked
you,
them
Lizzie.
off.
Good for you.
I sucked
Good
them
for you.
off.
Dude, they're I
God,
recently,
I hope he had the spins. I hope he didn't throw up because I was sucking him off.
because it was so bad.
You just look down and just
Yeah.
like projectile vomit.
Mistake. I was recently on our friend's podcast, Worthless Clowns. Check it out. Very fun podcast.
Allie O'Neill and Brittany Cardwell.
Yes.
Oh, I love
and
those ladies.
they're so funny. And I was telling embarrassing stories from high school, and I'd like kind of blocked a lot of these out. But one of them, I was at a party and I laughed so hard that I peed my pants. So I took off my underpants and threw them in the garbage. And then there was just like Facebook photos of me hanging out with the crew with a denim skirt and my bush out.
No.
Just like
Bush out.
bush out. Like
George W. Bush
George
out.
W.
Oh my
Bush
God.
out. And then someone made fun of me for having my bush out. And I cried. And I like, went to the bathroom and cried.
Oh my God. This.
Yeah.
And then there's a photo of me. We took a group photo, as discussed in a previous podcast. Hate a group photo. And I'm in the background leaning
Visibly
against
having
a
just
fence.
cried.
Visibly having just cried. Trying to lean and be casual. I'm going to pull it out. Trying to lean and be casual. Like, yeah, we're all at this party together. I'm a cool guy.
Oh
Is
my
my
God.
bush out and I've been crying? Yes, but that's not your fucking business or my fucking business. It was so, like, you know when you remember versions of yourself that you were?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, fucking
That's such a nightmare.
God, that stinks.
Oh my God. It's like the worst part of your day. Like, you
Yes.
usually just have to like walk it off.
Yeah, you know when you remember something embarrassing you did so hard that just out of your body you go, oh.
Yes.
Oh my God.
All the time.
I
Yeah.
had an ex-boyfriend who would do that in the shower and he didn't know I could hear him. For some reason he had a disease where he couldn't stop thinking about horrible things he did in the shower. And I would just be watching TV and I'd hear him go, oh. I'd be like, are you okay? And he'd be like, I remembered something.
I think he
Anyway,
was
it was the
jerking
one-
off
it was
and
the
he
one you
just-
guys know.
I think
Yeah.
he was jerking off, and that's the sound that you were
It was
hearing.
the ex-boyfriend you guys knew.
Yeah. All right, here we go. I have the picture. I'll put this up in the video. Subscribe to our YouTube, by the way, so that you can see these visual aids. Cool guy.
No.
Leaning against the
Uh,
fence. Fucking straight up mascara. Didn't even have time. Also
the
the way I,
platinum blonde.
dude, and the way I'm leaning.
That looks like Regina George's wig.
Yes.
Yeah.
it
And I
really
thought
does.
I was ugly and gross because I didn't know how to talk to boys. And I was like, you look great, bitch. Yeah, you're crying.
my God.
And
Yeah,
your
you're
bush is
crying
out.
at this party, but
And it's fine.
You couldn't more obviously have been recently crying.
no, you look
She's like
puffy
this.
and red.
She's like
There's
this in the
literally like
picture.
streaks going down her face.
She's like,
I think I called my mom.
can you pick me up? My bush is out.
My bush is out.
Everyone saw my bush. And now there's a picture of me on Facebook crying.
They were lucky enough to see your bush.
Thank you so much. Do you guys
How
We
old
should
are you
all be
there?
so lucky as to see Andrea's bush.
Thank you so much. Do you guys want to see the guys want to see the bush?
I hope that one day Madame Tussauds does like a wax figure of you with like full bush.
Yeah.
Just full bush.
Like in that like mini skirt
Yeah.
bush, like just like
Show
a
us
little
the
bit like
George W.
peeking
Bush.
out.
All right, so this is the guy that I was like trying to hook up with.
Oh my no.
Okay, and this is not. I couldn't find the full bush
Wait,
photo.
can I see up close?
Yeah, I think that I deleted. I asked them to delete the
Yeah.
full bush photo, but there's a fake. It's
They're so red. You and your cheeks are so puffy, and he's just there like
fucking
he's like, I'm gonna fucking get it.
like actively.
And
He's
looks
like, I'm gonna go
he's
bushwhacking.
like full, like you can really tell like the era that this was taken in because like, he's Abercrombie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Top to bottom.
Yeah.
And he's got like that Abercrombie haircut too.
He was hot, Brendan.
Yeah.
So
Let
then
me see Brendan's white ass.
and then that's
that
the
your
corner
bush?
of the bush.
Not the corner of the bush. Not the corner of the
Okay.
bush.
Yeah, this is a YouTube episode. All right.
For those of you
So
watching at home,
Yeah.
Andrea
Yeah.
has straight pubes.
Dude, this looks like an ad against date rape.
I know.
You're like, he's like, yeah.
All you need is like a horrible, like a low pitched voiceover for this to be like a warning.
Yes. Yeah, so go watch that. There you
Yeah,
go.
I
There's
saw
the
it.
bush. She's on the corner. Well, speaking of humiliating, Lizzie's got a gripe.
I
And
thought you were
I
gonna
don't
say
think this is
speaking of
humiliating.
bushes,
yeah, yeah.
and then we were just all gonna describe. Our
And then we were all
Yeah.
gonna show our bushes.
Yeah.
Um,
3, 2.
Okay. I'm gonna say something controversial.
Here we
Brave.
go.
Respectfully.
Oh shit!
Respectfully, I don't fucking care that the dress has pockets.
Thank you.
You know these women that are like, it's very big right now because of
Thank you.
the
It has pockets.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, and because of the TikTok shop, women are like selling fugly clothes for some reason on the internet.
That just have pockets.
And they're always like,
Mm-hmm.
and get this, it has pockets. Okay, I don't want to make you feel stupid, but I'm going to. Get a purse.
Yes.
That's literally why purse was invented.
Yeah.
So that because when you put your iPhone in your dress pocket, it looks fucking bad.
Yeah.
And I see these women, they'll be like, this wedding dress has pockets. What do you need?
Who cares?
What
I
are you
have seen
putting
that
in your
where it's
wedding
like it has
dress
pockets, but then they
pocket?
actually try to use the pocket, and it's like they put a lead weight.
Yes.
Yes.
Like,
Like
attached to
shoving
further-
it
Yes.
It's like dragging down. Like they have like a tit that's kind of out because of it.
Yes. Literally,
You know?
in. I love
will-
a tit a little out.
I
love
will
a tit a
not
little-
buy
just a little bit of a tit.
a
tit a
bush
little
out
out.
and a tit a little out.
a tit a little out.
Just
I
just
will.
to pique people's interest. You know?
Yes, I will not buy a dress because it has pockets. I've gone fully the other way around. I'll go, oh, this dress has pockets? Not for me, thanks.
I'm gonna sew 1,000 pockets together for you for your birthday.
Thank you.
Yes.
As a dress.
Now that I'd wear because that's avant-garde.
Yes. That's performance.
That's
and
a
it would
dress-
be a gift. It would be
That's
like
not a dress with
sentimental-
pockets. That's a dress of pockets. And that I like.
Also, I used to work in fashion, and the pockets thing, they act like they're like revolutionizing.
I know.
It's like we're just like men. We have pockets.
I know.
It's like we still can't have
have.
abortions, so maybe let's focus on other things.
Instead of like abortion or equal pay, we're just like equal pockets.
Yeah. It's also like the same disease as women being like, this cardigan was $9.99. And it's like, yeah, it looks like
It
it.
looks bad.
That's like not a brag, actually.
Yeah, I got
They're
this
always
for
like,
free.
They're always like, did you know that
Yeah.
these jeans were only $21? I did.
Yeah,
I did.
I sure did.
they're ill-fitting.
Sure did.
I sure as shit knew because they're made out of pajama pants. So yeah, that's another one. Pajama jean.
Oh God.
Pajama jeans are
Overalls.
back. Pajama jeans are back, and they're acting like they look like jeans. They don't.
Wait, what are pajama jeans?
They're jean-colored pajama pants.
They're the Crocs of like attire.
Oh, okay. Do they have ruching on the bot? Like it's like a
No.
tapering?
No.
Okay.
They have like a loose.
Oh.
Rag and Bone made some that are like $300.
Oh, fuck you.
What the fuck?
And so this is when I used to work in fashion, the reason for the pockets thing being such a big deal is that because women are so afraid of looking like they have any
Yes.
fat on their body that it's like a selling point that like there's not a single seam near your hips.
Yeah.
You're not even there's not even gonna be an inch of extra fabric.
Yes.
So you are not gonna look like a a fatty woman.
But then you put two
And
big
that's
fat
why men who
pockets.
have pockets famously look so thin all the time.
Right.
But when you put your laptop in your dress pocket, you do look stupid. Why is your iPad in your dress?
Yeah.
It's your wedding day. And also, these women have the same disease as women who wear their Apple Watch on their wedding day.
Is that a thing?
What do you need to close your rings?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Put it down.
This is just like people who are bored in life.
Yeah, it's also like it is like a symptom of like overconsumption.
Yeah, sure.
Like you have plenty of fine dresses, but this one has pockets, so you have to buy it.
Yeah.
You've been brainwashed.
Yeah.
You've been brainwashed, and you live in a capitalist hellscape, and that's not your fault. But you don't need to buy the pocket dress for $9.99 on the TikTok shop. Idiot.
Are there boy versions of this bullshit?
I can't really none come to mind
What
off the
about-
top of my head, honestly.
What about the
I mean,
underwear with the pocket for your penis?
The tuck
You mean doesn't
underwear?
all
No.
underwear have that?
No,
basically?
there's like sheath underwear.
Oh, yeah.
Has like a little special pouch for your
that
penis
you
and
you
one for
pull
your
it
balls.
aside like that. Oh,
it lives
yeah,
in
it has
it.
pockets. And it
It
holds
goes
your
in
balls.
it,
I always
so that
thought
your
of that
dick
as
and balls
being
aren't
so
touching.
uncomfortable and all.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's just gonna fall out immediately. Like, if you move at all,
I think
it's
if-
gonna come popping right out.
I think if I was a boy, I would like that.
I needed sheath underwear to keep my bush in.
You know, I've never tried it, but I would be open to it.
I don't like when like parts of my body touch. Like I don't like when if I wear a shirt that's like loose in the armpits. I don't like when I can feel my arm touching my side.
Yes,
And I don't
this.
like if I wear a skirt, I don't like feeling my thighs touching.
You're gonna
I like
hate
to
aging.
wear shorts. I know, and I do.
Dave, I already hate it.
But I'll like wear shorts if I'm wearing a skirt. I just like everything to be in its place. So I do
A
think
place for everything.
and everything in its place. And I do think if I was a boy, I would like to separate my dick from my balls.
I mean,
wouldn't
if I
want
were
them
a
to all
woman,
play
I do
together.
like the idea of a bra.
Yeah.
But when I'm walking around, I feel like my balls are kind of scrunched up
I always wonder that.
and out of the way.
I would want them to be like high and tight.
Yes.
Yeah, mine are if I'm relaxing on the couch and I put my hand down my pants, I'll be like, oh wow, they're really loose
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
They're really it's like my balls are on a lawn chair, relaxed.
Yeah.
Letting it
But if I'm
breathe.
walking around, I'm running through Penn Station or wherever, and I have to put my hands down there to itch it,
Adjust.
I'm like, oh my god, what are these two walnuts doing here?
Yeah, totally. I love when I'm dating a man and it's cold or something. He takes his pants off and his balls are just snuggled up together against his
yeah.
body.
No, they do.
always look so
they
happy.
they
They're like
snuggle
two little
up.
babies that are just snuggled up.
I know, yeah, they snuggle up.
I love that.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
So I feel like when I'm walking around, I don't really need them to be in a pocket.
in a container.
They sort of
Yeah.
they are their own pocket.
Yeah.
But what if you had real low hangers that just wouldn't go up?
Yeah, I guess
Then
maybe
would
I
you get
just,
the pocket?
That's probably for middle-aged guys. That's
Yeah.
what sheath is
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah.
Honestly, the older the guys that I've hooked up with, gravity is real.
Yeah. Vacuum
I mean, it's like
seal
at
that
that point
Gravity
you
is
shit.
must
real.
wear a bra.
Yeah.
Or be cool with having saggy titty party in your t-shirt.
Yeah.
Swing low, sweet chariots.
Coming for to carry me home.
I mean, I got fake tits for many reasons, but one of them was these bad boys are starting to go off course.
Yeah.
And I'm not a fan of this.
Were they starting to head to your armpits?
Oh yeah. And
Dude,
there
mine
was-
are in my armpits.
They were small.
If I
but-
lay on my back, they live in my armpits.
But
Well, you
like-
guys both have heavy breastises, though.
Thanks.
yeah, yeah.
I don't love heavy.
Why? I would
weigh
love to
them.
be known for having a heavy
I have big
penis.
gnats.
Yeah, you have awesome tits. I had shitty tits.
But it
And
doesn't matter.
It's fine. I
Were
I
you
don't
just
hate myself.
small-chested? Or?
They were small and they were pointy and they were weird and they pointed to the side.
I'm sorry.
But the thing is,
pointy
it doesn't matter.
getting me.
Pointy sucks, dude.
It doesn't matter if you have great natural tits, which I
Excuse
famously
me
do.
for I'm going to defend your breasts here. I'm God forbid breasts know where they want to go.
Right,
Yeah.
you're right.
You know?
No, but
they
I was
had
gonna
goals.
say-
They were
had
independent women.
ambitions. They knew what they wanted. They knew
Even-
where they were heading. They had a clear direction.
Even
doing
when you have
finger
sick,
guns.
awesome gnats, like I do. No, I'm kidding. Kind of.
No, you do.
They're gonna be in your armpits when you
Yeah.
lay on your back.
Yeah.
They're gonna be inside your armpits, and you're gonna have to watch your boyfriend scoot it over so he can do what he wants with it, and that's tough.
I like this. I like that though. You can't
When he goes, yeah.
Do you guys ever wish that you didn't have tits?
Yeah, whenever I wear a big T-shirt that I want
Yeah.
to look like an Olsen twin in.
Honestly,
Yeah,
whenever
yeah.
I'm running and I see a woman running
Yeah.
and her tits are like flying all over
Yeah,
the place,
giving her a
I'm like,
black
thank
eye.
God
Yeah.
I don't have tits. It makes like it just seems like they would be in the way a lot.
Yeah, whenever I lose something in my apartment, I have to look for it like this.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when my tits were pointy and shitty and small, I was like,
Famously.
yeah.
So you had them largened and then also reshaped?
Yes, I did. They moved my nipples. They're like two
Really?
big melons, dude. I mean, we've covered my fake tits a little
Yeah.
bit, but I don't know if we talked about the
Covered
fact
them
that
in what? Come on.
Hey.
Come.
Love and consideration.
Oh.
They took my nipples off and moved them up.
I did know that they do that.
Yeah. So my nips
Yeah.
were just like on a table at some point in the last few
Oh,
months.
I don't like
and
that.
That is crazy.
I don't like that. I don't care for that.
Yeah. And I had like kind of bigger nipples. This is what I hated about them. Pointy, small, and bigger nipples. And people are always like, love your body. I'm like, I think it's okay for
So you
me.
had like Hershey's Kisses.
Yeah, thank you.
Gotcha.
And like, but also here's the thing: we had a friend who, because I used to whip him out of bars because it was
Yeah.
like not a threat to anybody. And then,
That's why.
yeah. Well, I have a mood disorder, and also these aren't a threat to anybody or like a scene.
It's not like taking your penis out.
Exactly. But our friend who had like a breast reduction and used to have big honkers, you took a picture of them, and it's my background photo. It's my like contact
Yeah.
photo. And it's me with my shitty tits out. And our friend was like roasting me for how shitty they were.
Yeah.
And it's like, I can bring it up, but you
Yeah.
can't just like keep being
They
like,
also were regular.
thank you. But like,
Also,
I've
it's
seen plenty of
easier
tits
to
that look
reshape
like your
your
old
tits than your personality.
Thank
so
you.
Slay.
off.
She came from having her bush out to having fake tits, and
Think
it's a
about
full revolution.
What an amazing journey you've had.
I mean, I've been a weird guy forever, and kept it
I
consistent.
was just gonna be like, Andrea, you're not weird, and then I'm looking at you and you're like bunny ears and your glasses.
I'm a totally normal dude.
Talking about your nipples on a table.
Yeah.
Talking about your nipples on the table.
Well, Kendall has two respectfully segments.
Let's
that
take a break.
Yes. Let's take a little break skis.
That sounded aggressive.
Yeah. Hey.
Let's take a break. Like I'm about to throw up.
I'm thinking about your tits, and I'm gonna be
Sounds
sick.
like Lizzie.
Let's take a break.
It sounds like Lizzie knows what I'm gonna say, and she's like, I can talk him out of it.
Let's cut this off before it gets too much. All right, we'll be right
We'll be
back.
right back. And we're back.
And we're back. Hey, folks.
Hi.
Kendall.
I hope you guys bought whatever product
Yeah.
was just featured.
ED pills, probably.
They work.
They do.
They do work.
They won't make your small.
Hey, how do you get a guy to take those? My boyfriend now rock hard cock, but I've had one before. I had a boyfriend before, the one you guys know, where I would always be like, if you would just take those, it would really help my life a lot.
Yeah.
But there's no way as a woman.
That
No
thing
way.
when a guy's like, it's
To
like
bring it
fucking like
up.
a half melted popsicle.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
You're
Trying
like
to
one of
shove
those like
it in.
bagged
I
ices
really was
that's been,
considering
like,
crushing it up and
sitting
putting it
out
in
in the
his
sun
drink.
for too long.
Wait, with gay dudes, is there like a more of a, like you have more of a right to say that because you also have a dick? Is that anything? Because women are like banned from saying anything because
Yeah.
we don't understand the struggle of the dick.
Oh
But
my God, the struggle of the dick.
Yeah.
I mean, like
The plight.
yeah, the plight of the dick.
I feel like vaginas are like there's a lot more moving pieces.
Oh,
there,
yeah.
And thank
honestly.
you.
It's a nightmare and it's an
Yeah.
orchid
It's
and
like
I hate
they're
it.
less. Yeah, no,
It's a dying star.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like dick pills. I've never taken a dick pill,
Slay.
but you can just like if you have erectile dysfunction, you can just take a pill. And it's
One of
like,
our
not a big
friends
deal.
got a message. You know how like brands will message you on Instagram and be like, can I send you this?
Yeah.
By the way, they just sent me mints that help you quit vaping.
Oh.
But he got one that was like numbing wipes so you don't come so fast. And he was like, what is it about my online persona that makes you guys think I'm busting immediately?
And is he?
Turns out, opposite problem, can't come. And he said that on his podcast, so I can say it here. Tucker Berkshire.
That's the same problem I have. I'm a late buster.
That's
Yeah,
that's a
that's
nice
the-
thing.
Yeah.
That's the
Not
key.
to shame,
I need
but
for, like,
that's better. I think.
Ideal.
Yeah.
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 Mike's
Busting
nodding over
immediately
there.
is.
Yeah.
I used to
Busting
f-
immediately is tough.
I used to fuck this guy off of Grindr who was like, I mean, do you guys know what a cum dump is?
I get it.
Yeah, yeah.
Immediately I get it.
I can pick up
so
where you're
like
laying
he
down.
like lived near me when I lived near the Gram. Did you guys ever come over to that apartment
did,
there?
yeah. Mhm.
I think is that the one where you had that party?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a fun party.
That was a great party.
And so he lived near there, and he would constantly hit me up on Grindr, usually around like 10 or 11 a.m. He liked to get like fucked in the morning. And I would go over, and I would be like actively inside him, and he would be like checking his watch, like somebody else is going to be here in
That's
10
amazing.
minutes.
That's amazing.
And I would be like, I don't
This
know what you want me to do.
diva.
I
about
know.
it. Like, I was like, I'm already inside you. Like, I don't know what more I could be doing to come.
Miss Lady.
You know,
Tighten
like-
up your butthole, mister.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, why don't you start?
How about throwing it back a little
Yeah,
bit?
how about throwing it back a little bit? How about we arch a little bit more? But it would always just make me laugh. Like I would try not to laugh at
It's
him.
so
but it was
funny.
so
Checking your watch is
funny that he would literally be
crazy.
like,
Checking your
I would
Apple
be
Watch?
inside of him. His
Closing your
legs would
rings?
be
Yeah.
over his shoulders, and he would be on his phone arranging like the next guy.
No way.
I'm not even kidding you.
Being
How
gay
many-
is crazy.
And you
Yeah,
know what?
it's
I'm
really
so
kind of
proud
amazing.
that I was the one who ended that really.
Yeah.
Because if I had gotten dumped by him, that would have been.
Have you gotten dumped
It would've
by the
been
cum
tough.
dump?
Like,
Yeah.
he was like, all loads
Dumped by
accepted
the
except
cum
yours.
dump.
That would have
Oh.
really hurt.
Yeah, I mean, I got dumped by a magician one time.
This guy
Everyone goes
was,
through.
for the record, very hot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very hot.
that's why you were tolerating
Who would play
that.
him?
Yeah. How many do you
absolutely.
think he was?
Wait, who would play him?
I think he was.
I want a picture.
Mm-hmm.
He had a Spanish accent, so he was like some kind of Latin. I don't know from where, but he was hot,
Enrique
muscular.
Iglesias.
Yeah,
Ricky Martin.
Yeah.
yeah.
How many cum deposits do you think this guy was taking in a day?
You know, I
And how much
always like
time
was
does he have?
deeply incurious about that.
Really?
That's really funny. Were you first?
I mean, I
wanna
would
know
go
if I was
over
first or
early. I
last.
had like other things to do.
Yeah.
But I mean, when he would throw up the bat signal, I would usually respond.
Right.
God.
And you must.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone has to protect
Also,
the city.
he lived like 2 blocks away.
Yeah.
And there was a really good bakery in between us.
Love it.
So I would bang
Winson?
him, get a mini cheesecake on the way home, and then I would start my day.
Was it Winson?
It was near Winston.
Winson is so
It
good.
was a block away from Winston.
Winson is so good.
That should be
I know.
Mochi
Winston's
donut.
fucking
Oh my God,
slogan.
yes.
Get
I
dump a
love
load,
those.
go
Like,
to
they
Winson.
have like a milk cake thing there.
You're a milk cake.
Yeah, that guy's a fucking milkcake.
Dude, you know when you're like a grown up in New York City and we get to like live like fucking children, like you get to just like dump
I
a
know,
load
You
of
get
a
to
get
stranger
cheesecake
and
for
get
breakfast.
cheese.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
live every day like my parents are like gone for the weekends.
Same.
I'm like a 10-year-old who made a wish to be big.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I
Like,
know. And I like can never believe it.
Yeah.
I'm like up at 2 a.m. fucking
know.
eating cheese
What
out
if
of
I got
straight
ice
up-
cream?
Oh, and I can't.
What if I got ice cream?
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Oh
And
my
no
God.
one's gonna fucking stop me.
I've
What
had
if
to
I ate
quit.
a whole bag of Korean strawberry candy?
Oh my God. Sounds
good.
amazing.
Yeah.
Korean strawberry milk candy.
Yeah.
What if I date a man who has a ponytail? You can't stop me,
can't stop
mom, and you're
Uber
dead.
Eats
No,
is
dad.
so dangerous. You can just
Uber
like
Eats
be
is so
in bed
dangerous.
at any moment and be like, I wonder if somebody just like brought me dumplings.
Yes.
And then they bring you dumplings and you're like, I was kidding.
Yes, but I
was a
wasn't.
bit.
This is a joke.
One of my friends the other day was like, "Why don't I have any money?" And why don't I have any money? And our other friend was like, because like once a day you pay for a car to to privately drive a burrito to your house.
I
You
know.
get your burrito a car to your house.
You buy a burrito, a limousine.
We're
Yes.
such
To your house.
decadent
That's
pigs.
so insane when you think about it that way.
Oh, yeah.
It really is.
You get a car to drive your burrito to your house.
You know, they lose like all these services are losing like a ton of money.
Oh,
Like,
really?
They are not cash positive. Like they are all in the deep red.
Because it's so.
I think
like,
they make these companies
audacious.
make money like other ways, and it's like a huge tax write off for them, I guess. But
There's no business model.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
but they basically want you to just use them. So like Uber now, they have like courier services. They have all
Yeah.
this other shit.
Sure.
They just want you using the app. Same thing with DoorDash.
To like get your data or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that, and it's also just like they want you to do that instead of getting a cab.
Yeah.
Or getting like
Yeah.
any so all of a sudden when they launch Uber, Uber Amazon,
suck and fuck.
They're doing
right.
that Walmart model. They want to
Yes.
drive everyone else out of business,
Amazon.
and then they'll jack.
That's what Amazon did.
The price is way
Amazon was just like, we'll operate
Amazon
at a
was
loss
a bookstore.
Yeah, it was.
and
my
it took them
God.
years to make money, and then they just became, Amazon.
Capitalism.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
No, please.
I feel like I was gonna do a hot take, and then
Oh, yeah,
never-
do it. No,
I
no, yeah.
literally never. Do.
No.
You guys.
I know, I started
You were like,
yapping.
"Would you like
Yeah.
to do a hot take?" And then my ADHD, I'm like mangled.
Hey,
with
welcome to the
ADHD.
show.
Yeah, we take
So-
zigs and zags. All right,
Hit us with one.
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, audience like at home should know that today is literally election day.
Slay.
So I voted this morning, and I do have a hot take about Kamala. Like, you come from like a conservative family, right, Andrea?
I
Kind
don't.
of?
Not at
No?
all, actually.
Lizzie?
No.
No.
Dem
Okay.
Isn't that
libs.
crazy? Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, I guess
I
there's
come from a rich family, which is like probably fiscally conservative somewhere hidden, but we're Canadian.
But you're Canadian.
Yeah.
Okay,
yes.
gotcha.
But I know him.
I have like a mom who loves Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Does she know what he's
You
been
know,
up to?
you know the kind of like Democrats that are Republicans.
So what
Yes.
does privilege feel like for you guys?
Good.
awesome.
I come from like a deeply conservative family, and so if you're on like if you're in like the conservative like newsosphere,
Yeah.
you'll know that like there's all these rumors out there, all these people who are saying that Kamala is like some blowjob queen.
Yeah.
And that's my president.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. She blew her way to the top in her sensible blazers.
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
and honestly, it doesn't really pass the smell test to me. Like,
Right.
she's like bending down with her like silk press tied back.
Right.
Like, I don't personally see it, but like honestly,
Yeah.
like,
I know a fucking throat goat when I see one.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
and that she ain't it. You know,
No.
I'm sure her head is like average
Yes.
at best.
Yeah.
Just I'm sure it's just the same as mine.
It's
Yeah.
business
Yeah.
as usual.
yeah. But
her head is foreplay.
Yeah. Yes.
No.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody
She's not a
finishing
finisher,
in
no.
Kamala's mouth. And you can quote me on that, Wall Street Journal. No, but I feel like that's definitely not happening. But also, like, who cares? You know,
I know.
like she blew her way to the top. You know what? That sounds harder than just working your way to the
Yes.
top.
Oh my
I've
God.
always said this.
Yes.
Whenever there's like a
That
girl,
would be harder. It would
Yes.
be easier to just work.
Yes.
Yes.
You know, like it's called a blow job, not a blow hobby.
It's not a blow
alright?
vacation.
Sing it,
It's not a blow
sister.
vacation, right?
Dude, whenever a girl like gets a comedy opportunity and people are like, she fucked the booker, I'm always like, do you want to fuck that guy?
Have you
Exactly.
Because somebody has to.
Because somebody has to,
Or
all
else
right?
they'll rape us.
Yeah, I know. I know.
I'm going
Yeah.
double fans. I could not agree more in this fucking front.
I feel like if it were possible to blow your way to the top, like Mike Pence would have already been president for several
Thank
different terms.
you.
Also,
Already.
like, imagine blowing your way to that top.
Oh God.
Like, you're not blowing your way to the top of like
know.
the Chuckle Hut in your hometown. Blowing your way to the
The
presidency
presidency.
is like,
Like if her head is that good, like just
Amazing.
like turn the keys over to her.
give her the fucking
like let her be
nuclear
president
codes.
forever.
She could rule
You
the
know?
world.
Also,
Yeah.
imagine the diplomacy.
Yeah.
If her head is that good,
A quick
no one
suck-off?
will ever come for us again.
If she's vice president and like she can do the vice presidency as a job and also give better head than Asa Akira, then like let her be in charge.
then let her do it.
She's sucking
Yeah.
off Kim Jong Un. She's going across to
Imagine
fucking.
how chill Vladimir Putin would be if he got that level
Oh
of blowjob.
my God.
Oh my god.
Women
Wait,
in-
yeah.
this is also similar, but have you heard the theory that Melania Trump is Trump's dom?
Oh, I
my
have
God.
It
heard
makes
this.
so much sense.
Yes, it does.
She's wearing 8-inch black leather knee-high boots for
Yes.
no reason and just like giving him dirty looks. Bitch, she's
I
in
do
charge
love
of
it
him.
when she knows that there's like cameras on them when they're like walking off Air Force One.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she like slaps away his
That's
head.
why people, so like doms on the internet are using those clips to be like, he didn't ask permission to hold her hand.
Oh my god.
She's his dom. She's like,
oh
no.
my god.
Inner workings of that family.
Yeah.
I would. Oh my God. To
And
be a
you know,
fly in
you
the
already
wall
know he
for
likes
this
getting
freak
pissed
show.
on.
God.
Yeah. You know what's also.
Have you seen that clip where they're like at a ball game or something and the camera's on her and she's like and then like she thinks it's off her and she just goes
Dude, diva.
I mean, she just wanted to be a whore.
I know.
And now was dating
I know.
publicly
She
the
was doing
first lady.
like 20 years ago. She was doing soft porn.
I know.
Dating a billionaire, living in Trump Tower,
The
separate
dream.
Literally
bedrooms,
brat.
fucking her bodyguard.
Yes.
That's living.
I know. And now she's just tired and getting
I know.
cheated on by the grossest man alive.
I
Also,
know.
by
How
the way,
often do you think that she fantasizes about the various ways that Donald could die?
All the time.
she wants it so badly.
All
Imagine,
of the
like
time.
all of us. Remember when he got COVID and all of us were like,
The craziest night of my life. Yes.
imagine like she must have been feeling that way times 1,000.
I know.
Yes. I'm surprised she hasn't.
She was
torn
probably
around.
like, when he got COVID, she was
I
probably
know.
like, we should go for a run. You know what I mean?
Babe, COVID's not even real.
Yeah. Remember you said that.
Yeah.
You said that.
I'll throw a little bleach in there.
Yeah.
He was probably like in the hospital on a respirator, and she was just like, "Who wants margaritas?"
She pulled a plug and a lamp went out and she's
Yeah.
like, aw.
I know. Wrong.
I thought
wrong
that'd be
plug.
the thing.
Wrong plug.
Also, the dogs that male leaders have been famously
I know.
like to say fucking anything about someone using sex in power when every
know,
man
yeah.
has either been like
A
raping
pedophile.
or a pedophile.
Literally every man in power is a
I think
pedophile.
you could make a
Right.
good point, being like, the reason men can't sleep their way to the top is because there are no women at the top.
Yes, 100%.
And also, men get off on being the people in power.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like they want to fuck people that have no power.
Right.
I mean, not all men. Apparently, not Donald Trump.
Not all men.
right. I mean,
Hashtag not all men. And I'm talking about Donald Trump.
Well, didn't Stormy Daniels like spank him with a
Yeah, he's a
like a
sub.
copy
Yeah.
of Forbes
He's like a little
magazine that had his
sub
face
cuck.
on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, can you imagine though? Like you bring a girl back and you're like, your move is to be like, this magazine has my face on it.
what do you think
Can
about
you
that?
imagine like what, like how much of a, like how little game you would have to be like, oh, is that for, oh, there's a Forbes out and it has my, how did that get there?
I must have been.
I am so
I
embarrassed.
must have been reading a different article.
I would just get it for the articles, but it turns out I'm on the cover. And
I
I'm
didn't even
like,
notice.
are
That's
we
so,
Oh my God.
honestly, that's really embarrassing. That's
put
so
that
embarrassing.
I'll put that away after you spank me with it.
Do you want to put that inside me, maybe?
Dude, it's so like I've had men who have begged me to peg them, and it's just like I'm here for whatever your sexuality and kink is.
I'm not.
But there is something about begging a disinterested woman to peg you that is so icky. And it's like, to me, that feels like the please peg
Anything
me.
begging
Oh my
for men
God.
begging for sex in general
You know
is
what's-
so off-putting.
Yeah.
So funny to that point is I do jokes on stage sometimes about like having sex with straight guys. And sometimes people will come up to me afterwards and be like, they'll like have questions about it and be like, so what was it like to get fucked by a straight guy? And I'm like, oh, honey, you misunderstand.
Right.
They're not fucking me.
Yeah.
Right.
If they wanted to top, they would find a woman.
Yes.
Right.
The reason
yes.
they're coming to
Yes.
me is because
They would like to
they're-
get
they
fucked.
want to get fucked.
Right.
Yes.
I love that they're so heteronormative that they're like, wait, I don't explain this to me.
The
Yeah.
gay one gets fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Idiot.
No, it's always very funny to me.
Idiots.
Yeah. You have a great bit about fucking a short guy fucking you, and
yes.
it's like
Oh my
wearing
God,
a backpack.
wearing him like a backpack.
Oh my God, yeah.
When short guys come into the mix, is there an acknowledgement of their tininess?
I mean, I'm 6'2", but I love a short
Yeah.
guy. Like,
Me
Yeah.
too.
there's nothing that like
Hop
turns
on.
me off about that.
Yeah.
Hop on, cowboy.
As long as
Yeah.
you're not begging me to peg you, let's
No.
fucking
Yeah.
go.
I find like a short king. Like, I love a good short king.
I've talked a lot of shit about men under 5'6" on this podcast, and I will continue to. But when I say that, I mean like men who like that's
well, if they have like a weird like Napoleon
That's what I'm
complex,
saying.
Yeah.
that's
when
like,
like that's beyond their whole deal. But I think there's something very attractive
If
about
you're
a
just-
short man who's
yeah.
confident.
I love it.
Like
I
genuinely
also
confident.
find that like short guys, it's easier for them to like be in shape.
yeah.
yes.
Like I feel like I don't know. If
There's
it's, like,
less to keep
easier.
track of.
Yeah, like there's not a lot. Like I feel like the short guys that I've slept with are like they're in good shape.
They're like
Yeah.
little balls
Yeah.
of muscle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, short guys
They're-
are very dense.
Yes.
yeah, they're dense.
Yeah.
I mean, as like a glamazon, I've dated a handful of short men, and one of my favorite like takes one of them ever had was like, I get to walk around with this beautiful, gigantic woman and in front of God and everyone be like, this is my bitch.
Yeah, I dated a short guy who said it's like every time he walks into a room, he's like, look what I got.
Yeah, which is
For
like,
me, I love to feel safe, you know? So
Yeah.
I love like a muscular guy who still couldn't hurt me.
Yeah.
I never thought about that.
Yes.
Safety
I'm
first.
like, you're beautiful, and there's nothing you could do.
Yeah,
Like,
and I
to me.
could step on you.
I know.
Like
yeah.
a
I could just
bug.
hold you like this if you got angry.
I mean, the Kamala thing, I don't think there's ever a woman in power or of note in any social setting.
She's a short king. She's only like 5'2" or something.
Is she
like that.
5'2"?
She's really
good for
short.
her.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
she's always
she's
wearing
little.
a cape. I love it.
Yeah.
I've
she's little.
never not heard the take that they fucked their way to the top because they got everything because they're a woman. In her
Mm-hmm.
case, like she's trying to pretend she's more black. Whatever. There's no existing without some
Yeah.
bullshit. But the fucked her way to the top one is like the funniest one.
Well, the
I
thing
know,
is, like,
yeah.
these
Like-
people live in a universe where they think that works.
I know. Also,
Right.
how do you fuck your way to the district attorney?
I know.
Right.
Like, that doesn't,
You-
like you could fuck your way to the
Also,
top
like,
of a strip club,
an
maybe,
elect-
but like
an
you can't
elected
fuck
position.
your way to the top of a courthouse. Like
Also,
that
like-
doesn't make any sense.
Like, what do you think? She's an elected official. You think she like sucked everyone's dick?
Yeah. Also,
If
like,
she did.
yeah, like there are like millions of people voted for her. Like that's like 500,000
She'd be
dicks she would have
so
had to suck.
busy.
Like, if you have that kind of work ethic, like you should be
the
in
president.
charge.
Yes,
Like if
yeah.
you're that organized,
Yeah.
Yeah, she would literally have to never take a moment off.
She had
Exactly.
a Google spreadsheet.
I was gonna say the amount of spreadsheeting that would go into sucking a million dicks.
yeah.
yeah, no,
I can't
it
get
would
6
be,
people together for a dinner.
You would
No.
have to have like organizers calling people's houses, like, "Are you
Yes.
available to have your dick sucked
Yes.
tomorrow?" Like between 3 and 3:15.
I'm
It would be
phone
like-
banking for the cocksucking
It would be
initiative.
like jury duty of getting your dick sucked. You get a letter to your house that's
I
like
know.
you legally must show up.
You legally must show up. Yeah, exactly. Or you will face fines and possible jail time.
Yeah.
But the cognitive dissonance you need to like say stuff like that with a full chest is like
Well,
fascinating.
You also need to hate women.
hate.
Oh,
Yeah,
hate.
they do.
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. And depending on who won, maybe
Maybe we do too.
Yeah. Maybe we're
'Cause now
traditional.
we hate women too.
And I'm going back to Canada, maybe, allegedly.
Yeah.
Um,
And I'm having the baby.
sure. Should we take a little break, C's, or should we do Kendall's next hot take?
How about we do both?
All right, let's take a little break, C's, and we'll see. We'll be right back.
Welcome back.
I sucked them off.
So we hate women. Sue me for hating women.
And I vomited on a silk wall.
So I sucked them off.
Sue me.
That means I don't get to be the president of the United States of America.
So Kendall, we have another this hot take. I love all of them, but this one really fucking
Yeah,
gets
hit
me.
that.
Oh, yeah. Okay. My hot take is that morning people should not be in charge of society.
Thank you.
Thank you.
They are temperamentally unfit.
Yes.
These
Yep.
are cruel, cold, calloused, stone-hearted people.
Thank you.
All right? They should not be in charge. All right?
Yes.
Morning people, like they've taken over the society. Like
School?
work starts at
Yeah.
school, work, everything. Like everything has to be on their schedule.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
We could all be working
And-
Saturday Night Live hours.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Famously,
exactly.
they start at like 4 p.m. and work till 2 a.m.
I know. Yeah. Like who gives a shit when you're working and when you're not working as long
Yes.
as everything gets done?
Yes.
Yes.
It's
But
also the shame.
I
Yeah.
know
The shame
the
these
level of
people hit you with.
shaming.
The amount of times somebody has been like, "Hey, can you meet me at 10 a.m.?"
I know.
And I have to lie
Yes.
and say that
And
I
be
have a
like,
doctor's appointment.
Yes,
The truth is,
Yes.
I cannot get my white ass out of bed before 10.
Yes.
I have insomnia.
But also, besides the fact that I have clinically diagnosed insomnia,
Same.
Me
Also-
too.
Yeah.
Not diagnosed, but
Who
I
cares?
can fall
They're
asleep.
looking at
it's
the
pretty
animal
easy to
memes.
figure
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
My job is at night.
Yes.
Right.
It's rude for you to
Also, like
shame
when
a
I get
person.
back from shows,
Yes.
like if I get back at like 12
1.
or 1, I can't just like power down like a robot.
And
have
by the
the
way, none of you
zoomies.
do
Yeah.
either.
Yeah.
You get home from your job at 5. You don't go to bed at 6.
Exactly.
Right.
Nobody does.
Exactly.
So it's so annoying when people shame you for not being a morning
Her
person when
nails
they
are
know
Oh,
turned.
And by the
when
way,
they know that you work at night because I'm not like lazy. I was
Yes.
working last night.
Yeah.
Yes.
And now I want to sleep in because I want to get 8 hours of sleep. I shouldn't have to do both things.
I know.
I shouldn't have to do things in the morning and work at night. You should tailor your schedule because when I do want to meet you at 2, that's still within your working hours. I'm
Right.
not asking you to go outside of them.
Right.
And when you live with a morning person, they should be respectful in the morning and not
Yes.
be banging
you.
things around
you.
because they feel like you should be up already anyway.
Dude,
They are so condescending.
They're
and
like the
have you ever been around a
heteronormative
morning
of time.
person?
Yes, my
who's
husband's a
like,
morning person.
I woke up at 6 a.m. Oh, I woke up at 6 a.m. this morning. If that's the most interesting thing about you, find something else to hang your hat on.
Nobody
Just do a
closes,
marathon already.
Nobody
Yeah.
closes a cabinet door louder than a morning person.
Oh my
I
God.
know.
Yeah.
And
It's like
I know
a
you're doing it
gunshot.
because you resent me.
Exactly.
And I hate you for
Exactly.
it. I just, some of them listen to this and
It's completely morally neutral.
Sorry
Yes,
for talking.
thank you.
I have to say this was so annoying, and I know some of you listen to this, and I'm sorry, but I just did this like punk festival where 15 comics stayed in a house, and it was so fun and whatever, and I love all of you, but I am a person who stays up late. I was there with some of my friends who are people who stay up late, and there was a couple people staying in the living room. So they would be like, hey, it's like 2 a.m. I want to go to bed. Can you guys like go outside or go somewhere else instead of hanging out in the living room, which is totally fair. But we're stay up late people. So we would go outside and stay up late and then go to bed in our rooms. Very respectful, very quiet.
Demure.
Literally spending our whole time trying to be considerate of these people who want to go to bed early. And every morning at 8 a.m., they would all be up and talking and eating breakfast. And it's like,
It's
but I
so-
did it. I
yeah.
did the thing for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I was, like, at night, we have to be so, like, oh,
I
my
know.
neighbors.
I'm, like,
Oh,
closing
what
a
if
door, like-
What if I wake somebody up? What if I wake up one of my neighbors? Oh, I have to be so. And then in the morning, your fucking kids are stomping around, banging on shit in the apartment above me.
Yes.
How about the same thing both ways?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, think about like people are like morning people are they think they're so great. Here's some famous morning people. Okay.
Hitler.
I didn't even know when I said it.
Yeah.
I said it.
Hitler.
Mussolini,
Yeah.
okay?
What do you
Like,
have to
every
prove?
dictator and serial killer
Every
ever.
Nazi.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? Sleep
Serial
in
killers
and
actually
kill
might be
fewer
night people.
How about that?
Serial killers
You
might
know?
be nighttime people.
Yeah, that's possible.
That's when they
are
hunt.
nighttime people.
That's when they hunt.
Nighttime is the
I
right
just feel like they're
time.
spiritually morning people.
I
They are.
agree.
They
I
are.
agree.
You know?
Also, morning people have, when they've been up for like 7 hours, they want to talk to you.
I know.
And they're like, they've been jazzed up. They have the zoomies that I have at night.
Yeah.
And now they're like, and I'm like, my eyes hurt.
I'm
Yeah.
the only person in my family who's not a morning person, and my dad's. When I go on like a family vacation with my dad's side, and they want to do these excursions and things like that, and I'm not up, and so it's like every single one of my aunts and uncles, it's like they can't come unless I wake up before 9.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
And so, like, every morning, if I have to go on a trip with them, it's like I wake up and they're all like backed up and horny and furious. And I'm just like, you know what? Like,
People act
go
like-
to the lavender fields without me.
Yes.
Right.
People
Like,
act
I
like
didn't
you're being
ask you.
rude.
I didn't
Yeah.
ask you to wait for me.
No.
Just go.
Yes.
People act
And
like
I'll
you're being
stay here at the
rude.
house and I'll do mushrooms by the pool.
Right. Are you jealous?
Leave me alone.
It's not rude to sleep till 11. You know what is rude? Inviting me to brunch at 9 a.m.
Yes.
That is rude.
That's rude.
That's rude.
Fuck
Besides
up my
that time you did,
whole
Andrea.
fucking.
No.
All right.
You
for
had
my,
to. You had to.
for my wedding, and I knew how big of a deal that was.
And I did it. I showed up
Yes.
only 15 minutes late.
Yes, and I knew. I was like, this is a big fucking deal. I don't even want to
And
be.
you know what? You get one. Everybody gets one
Yes.
on their wedding day.
I also.
But on a regular fucking Sunday.
no, how dare you?
By the way, I'm a comedian. I work on Saturday nights. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yes. There's.
Until late.
My
and then
poor-
once you're done working, you've got a 2-hour train ride.
My
Yes.
poor boyfriend always has to be like, because he understands,
Mm-hmm.
he always has to be like, my girlfriend can't come to brunch. She works at night. And they're like, what do you mean? And he has to be like, she
has to
works
sleep.
at
Yes.
night.
Yeah, she could be a nurse. It's the fact that you're a comedian that they're
Yes,
like,
exactly.
oh,
They
it's
think-
a fake job.
Well, yeah, they think I'm like having
know,
fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
And like, I could go home earlier, but I want to hang out. And sometimes that is true.
Also, how about this? Do you want me to come to brunch
Right.
on 5 hours of sleep?
Do you want me to come to
Do
brunch?
you really want me to like? Do you really want me sitting there?
Hey, you know what? I'm a
angry,
really bad
furious?
hang? Brunch.
Yeah. There's not like. Do you want me sitting there furious watching you eat eggs?
Yeah, do you want me to be
Like-
so tired that I'm nauseous and my face is hot?
Yes.
While you drink mimosas?
Yeah, exactly.
There's also the morning person culture has been disguised as efficiency.
Yes.
And it's like it's a woman in a sweater
Yep.
and like
Cardigan.
leggings.
Yep.
Or a matching set.
Yeah.
And
or an
she
ugly
has,
TikTok shop flannel.
Yes. And she has a book where it's like she writes down everything she's already done in
And
the
she
morning.
highlights in different colors.
Yes. And she's like, I had my mushroom coffee. I went for my mental health walk.
know.
Yeah, you have a disorder.
Right.
These are people who like they only care about waking up early. They don't care about being kind. They don't care about
Yes.
treating other people well.
No.
They don't care about like any other issues. They're just like, I woke up at 6 o'clock today, so I'm a good person.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so condescending.
I know.
Also,
They really feel like they did all their good deeds for the day just by waking up.
Also, by the way, you went to bed at 8 p.m.
right.
Yeah.
That's also lazy.
Right.
You're
If
like
you think me sleeping in is lazy, going to bed at 8 p.m. is also lazy.
you have the same sleep schedule as like actual toddlers.
a literal
Right.
baby.
A literal baby.
There's also like we all have insomnia. I also have bipolar disorder, so sometimes I will get on a hypomanic swing where I cannot go to sleep for the fucking life of me. You guys both know what it's like to have insomnia. You're in a cell of your own mind.
That
You are-
space where you're like exhausted,
But you
you
can't.
cannot. Like your eyes keep fluttering
And now
closed.
you're stressed about the fact that the next day you have all this shit
Yes.
to do. And you're not going to be able to sleep during the day.
That feeling
legs.
of like your eyes are fluttering closed, but
Yep.
that you just can't, even
You're
with
in
your
hell.
eyes closed, you
Oh
cannot
my
fall
God.
asleep.
I just thought of something. This person should be arrested.
Mm-hmm.
I had somebody in my building ordered a package.
Mm-hmm.
Like next day, it's an emergency. We need it delivery. And this is not this person's fault. But the like delivery guy. No, wait, I'm conflating 2 times. I ordered a package.
Mm-hmm. Some bitch.
Because there was another one where some guy just started ringing all the things at 9 a.m. was that whole story.
Love that.
But another time I ordered a package and I needed it the next day, and I get that. And I get that means you might have to deliver it at 7 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
And that's on me, and I get that. What you don't need to do is ring my bell 15 times
Yes.
and call me 9 times.
Yes.
This guy called me 9 times, and it wasn't like he wasn't waiting for 20 minutes. He was waiting for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
All I was trying to do was get out of bed and put a bra on so I could go downstairs and get it.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
You have to ring my bell and call me over and over again. And then when I answered, he was so rude. And I was like, it's 7 in the morning.
Right. Even
It's
regular
7 in the
job
morning.
I
people
know.
are
You
not.
can't be this mad at me for not being awake before the sun
I didn't
rises.
know. There wasn't an email that was like, by the way, this is going to come at 7 in the morning.
Be there.
Oh my
Like-
God, wait. Have you guys heard morning people being like, you're like going, they're like trying to get you to agree to do something. Like
Yes.
my brother always wants to go for a morning hike.
I'll
He's
tell
like,
you.
and he's always
I'll
like,
bring a gun to his house.
I know. He's always like, don't you want to see the sunrise? And I'm like, is it exactly the same as a sunset,
I can see
but
the
in
sun.
reverse?
Yes, exactly.
Because I've seen sunrises before. They did nothing for me.
Right.
I
Right.
just wanted to go back to bed.
Yes, every time.
Also-
I've seen the sunrise. I've done cocaine.
Also,
Right.
yeah, like have you
Right.
seen the moonlight?
Right.
Yeah.
You
Have you
know, like,
biked around New
yeah.
York in the middle of the night?
Yeah.
Try it. You want to be
Exactly.
whimsical?
Get over yourself.
Have you ever gotten a full-blown Italian dinner at 3 a.m.?
Oh my
Oh,
God.
that sounds amazing. And yes.
Also, some people have depression, like to the point sometimes my mania will keep me up, and then the fall back from that is like I'm so depressed and my body is falling apart because
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't sleep. I like will be sick if I don't sleep till
Yes.
2 p.m.
Yes.
And it's
Sleep is so important for
Yes.
your body. Sleep is incredibly important. I sleep for 4 hours a night, and every doctor I've ever met is like, you will die young if we don't figure this
Right.
out.
Thank you.
Sleep is so important.
Do you guys-
And we
yeah.
live in a fucking capitalist hellscape that has taught us that sleep is bad
yeah.
and like lazy.
Yeah.
and then it's
Because-
only okay to sleep at certain times.
Because
Yes.
the machine functions on our efficiency.
Yeah.
So like if we're not working, somebody's not making money, and that's everybody's fucking problem, you have to sleep to live.
Yes.
It's okay to fucking sleep.
if
also,
I,
a lot of the morning people in my life, they wake up at 7, and then I wake up at like 10 or 11, and
I'll say
I
it,
want
1
to do
PM for
something.
me
They
sometimes.
they wake up at 7, but they nap from like 3
Yes.
to
Yes.
They take like a 4-hour nap in the middle of the afternoon.
Yeah, but they do it in front of
When
the TV and
I'm
act like it's
yeah,
not happening.
I know.
Yep.
Yeah, they act like it's not happening. Yeah.
There's
when
no
I'm
reel
like
of them
out
taking a
doing
nap.
stuff, they're passed out
Not
because
to
they
mention-
couldn't stay awake.
Not to mention, I've known a few morning people in my life who start drinking at 10 a.m. Okay, you got up at 6.
I
Yeah.
think we can
I
all
got
agree
up
that
at
morning
11.
people are alcoholics and fascists.
I
I'm
could,
saying
yes.
it is fashion.
Yes.
You are a fashion.
It's a little
Yeah.
fascist for sure. I mean, if I'm sleeping till 2 p.m. because I've had a manic upswing, you should be like, good. I'm happy. This is good.
Absolutely.
I want you to get rest.
Yeah, one of the things I love about my boyfriend is like sometimes, because he knows I don't sleep.
It's like if you hate me when I'm asleep,
You
you,
don't
should see
deserve
me when
it.
I'm awake. I'll give you something to hate.
When I first started dating my boyfriend, one time he caught me napping because I didn't sleep the night before. Because
You
when
bitch.
I'm in like a new relationship,
Selfish.
I'm like not gonna sleep in their bed.
No, I can't.
And so I would like stay up and like do little weird tasks while he was asleep.
I love little weird tasks.
I would be just like doing little weird tasks in his room and he never knew. And then one time he came home from work. He gets out of work at 7 p.m. He got home at 8. I had fallen asleep watching TV in his bed. And I was fast asleep at 8 p.m. And I had fallen asleep at like 4 in the afternoon. Embarrassing. He woke me up just by coming in the room. And I was like, oh my God. I'm so like, I was going to leave before you get home. This is so embarrassing, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, you didn't sleep last night.
right.
He was like, yeah, go back to sleep. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. And I was like,
I love you.
you can think that?
Human
I
decency.
used to do this in private shame.
I
Yes.
know, yeah.
Well,
You were like so flattered when it's like you're giving food to a starving person.
Yes, 100%.
Right.
Yeah, they're not compassionate people.
no, they're
No.
not.
They shouldn't be in charge of everything.
I
And
agree.
they are.
I
Yeah.
know.
And also, it's like, I don't know, circadian rhythms are obviously a thing, and people are night people and people.
Yeah.
Sure, there are some people who are
Fire watchers.
Yeah, right. That's the thing is like, I'm up at night checking on things. I have my place in society.
You have no idea how this
Absolutely.
world would crumble without night people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. We're doing the shifts that no
Do
one
you like
wants to
going
do.
to the hospital?
Right.
Do you like
Yeah.
bagels?
Yes.
Do you like comedy?
Yes.
Do you like comedy?
Do you like my little dick jokes? Because I have to be up till 2 if I
Yeah.
did that.
Wait, do you like my little dick jokes? Tell me you do.
I love your little dick jokes.
Are you saying little dick jokes
Yeah.
or little
do you
dick
like my
jokes?
jokes that I tell with my tiny penis tucked between my legs?
Tucked in between your little
The only kind
balls.
of gender dysphoria I have is I'd love to tuck my penis between my legs.
And do a little dance?
Yeah.
Buffalo
I
Bill
would love to do a
style?
little dance with my penis tucked between my legs, and I'll never feel that.
I haven't done that. Now I'm gonna have to do that when
You
I
haven't
get
done
home.
that?
Oh
You
my
I mean,
have to do
not in
it.
a long time.
Listen,
Not
put
in a
on
long
Pink
time.
Pony Club,
Yes.
tuck your dick, and do a little dance. It's powerful.
It is.
Wow, if that ain't what Pink Pony Club was designed
Yeah.
It's
to be the
it's
background
powerful.
music too.
I literally spin around in my apartment to Pink Pony Club.
And
my
I
dick
imagine
is
my dick is tucked.
Tucked Dick Club.
Club.
I'm gonna look
keep
in the
on
mirror
living my
and
tucked
tuck Dick Club.
I think that's it.
That's it, baby. Kendall, where can people find you and follow you?
They can find me at Kendall Farrell on Insta, Twitter, Threads.
All
it's
of it.
all Kendall Farrell, Farrell.
Kendall is so fantastic too. If you ever want to see stand up live, if you're in New York or otherwise, follow his social media so you can see him.
That's right.
because-
If you're in New York, I do a Tuesday show
Oh, yeah.
every week at the Graham. We're doing it tonight, actually.
Oh fuck
my God.
yeah!
I
Election
know.
I'm like,
yeah.
ooh, brutal.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. Lizzie, where can they find you?
Follow
you?
me on Instagram at Lizzie Cassidy. Listen to my other podcast, Close Calls. When does this come out?
Weeks from now.
Okay, never mind. Chicago was lovely.
Yeah.
And what was the other thing? Oh, I have a show every Wednesday and some Saturday.
Lizzie's tired.
I have a show called Comedians You Should Know in Brooklyn. Look it up.
Andrea Comedy 69 across all platforms. And as always, follow our YouTube page, Respectfully Podcast.
And subscribe to it.
And subscribe.
It's not enough to just watch. Sorry for asking so much.
Yes. What do you would want someone to let you have sleep, you stupid bitch? Goodbye.